Yes, sir. Back again. Fury. We got the heat. We got the craziness. We got the football madness here, guys. The season's almost over. All good things must come to an end. But before we get to that Super Bowl week, we got a Pro Bowl week. So we got a little break of football before we get back into the final game of the year. But we got a special show for you guys. Again, Fogmate blessing us with his presence. What's going on, Fogmate?
Fogs?
What's happening, man?
Right,
Here to keep Tim in check.
Back here, we got Tim, we got Josh, we got a Fari.
It's definitely more than a one-man job. Thank you.
So, without further ado, let's take it over, Tim.
Yeah, season's over. I mean, excuse me. The playoff is over. Now we have the we all should be thankful to be watching the New England Patriots again versus the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, so I know last week I think we all picked the Packers to win last week, right?
Yeah. Even
I don't know about me. Pick 'em King over here. I don't know about that.
Like
I don't know.
everybody was saying
because I mean, listen. Let's just jump right into it.
We lost last week.
Well, I mean, this game was at 4:00. Should be 3:30. Everybody's ordering their pizza, their wings, their chips and dips. Some of them people had their pole with the woman dancing the pole.
For the record, I do want to say I did pick Atlanta, so thank you.
Oh, did you?
I did. Yeah, pick 'em King, man. I'm telling you.
Well, I did too. But hold on. But here's the thing. So you all got ready for the game.
Check it, Sean. Please verify.
No, you picked.
And I want to give out. Yeah, I could have sworn he did. I could have sworn he picked the Packers, Sean. I know I picked Atlanta. Anyhow, let's move it on. So
I know I lost against the spread, man. That was a destruction.
Well, listen. While we was getting, we all have to give props to this one caller who called last week, Chris, and she said the score would be 30-14. We all laughed. Fog laughs, Josh laughed, Sean laughed, I laughed. We all laughed, even though it wasn't 30-14. It was damn close. It was 31-zip by halftime. 31-zip by halftime. So by halftime, we were like, damn. And then you got the kicker who misses the field goal. All the Dallas Cowboy fans, even myself, was on Twitter like, how the hell he missing a 20-yard field goal, but he want to make a 53? So it was a bad week. But we got to jump on this. The Falcons are going to the Super Bowl, beating the Packers 44-21. Now, brothers, we got to talk about what the Packers need to do. And I'm going to start off by saying they need a running back.
Badly.
A nice running back. Take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands so much. They need a running back. Badly. The receiving core is not an issue. Jordy Nelson gave him props. He played with a broken rib. He was the only thing that Rodgers had going. He was the only one that was playing. There's a free agent. Well, not free agent running back, but there's a rumor that he may be getting cut, and that is Adrian Peterson. That's right, Quato Cox's Adrian Peterson. That is the guy. If he gets cut by the Minnesota Vikings because he doesn't want to take a pay cut, that Green Bay must sign. The offensive line is pretty decent. There are a lot of injuries in the defense, so you're going to add a couple of pieces through the draft, through free agency, but they need a running game. And Adrian Peterson, if he's cut, that's the guy they need to target.
Yeah, Packers have around 11 unrestricted free agents this year. The important ones are the ones like Jared Cook, Micah Hyde, Eddie Lacy, T.J. Lang, Christian Michael, Julius Peppers, Nick Perry. Now, in my opinion, what I believe the Packers might go in this sort of direction is I think they're going to re-sign Micah Hyde, Nick Perry, Jared Cook, and T.J. Lang.
Right.
Now, this is where it comes in is the defensive backs are the real question mark. Now, Sam Shields has still been having headaches. Are they going to cut him? really. He's been a liability, can't stay healthy. And James Starks, I think, gets the cut as well. With the secondary, the Packers really need cornerbacks. They need it so bad that I think they're going to go for free agent cornerbacks, and they're going to draft one within the first couple of rounds in the NFL draft this year. So some free agents to look at for cornerbacks for them is going to be some high targets. I think this year are going to be Trumaine Johnson and A.J. Boye from the Texans.
Right.
He was a big factor for the Texans, and he's still young, around 26, I believe he is. And Tremaine's only 27 himself. So I think the Packers may try to make a big splash on one of them. They may go for a lower profile type of corner, though, in Captain Munnerlin or maybe a DJ Hayden. I'm not sure yet. But I also look for the Packers to go for a nose tackle in free agency, somebody like a big name like Fletcher Cox or maybe a Kawan Short. That's just me, though. I'm just, making a speculation here, but I think it's in their best benefit to do something like that, get a vet in that position. Other than that, I think Peppers might retire, and they need to get DEs as well. The Ash Rodgers, Matthews is aging, and he didn't have a great season as we've been known to see from him. So he's been a little bit disappointing. And on the aging side, his pass coverage skills are kind of getting on a decline here. So I think the Packers' best benefit is probably maybe even go for someone like Wilkerson or even JPP in the offseason. And then, early in the first round of the draft, go for possibly someone like TJ Watt from Wisconsin. He's an outside linebacker, kind of like a Clay Matthews. He had a 1 year, but was, 1 year star, but with great potential to him. So we'll see what they go in that direction. But they definitely need secondary awfully bad and some more pass rushers.
Yeah, nothing else to add to that. I mean, Josh pretty much hit it up. They're more importantly than their running back situation, it is their secondary. They were 31st in pass defense this season. They couldn't stop anybody from scoring through the air, and it was evident again against Atlanta. So they've got to change that. Defense has to be their focus. And echoing the free agency market, I think more important than they do need to re-sign TJ Lang, but J.C. Trotter, he's rated as one of the top 10 centers in the NFL. They need to keep him. You got to have a solid center there to quarterback that offensive line. If they're able to transition Montgomery, in my opinion, I think he can be a good running back. He's shown signs that he's got that ability and that potential there. The guy, there was a stretch there, he was averaging almost 6 yards a carry. If you're not going to use him as a wide receiver because you have the depth at the wide receiver position, then maybe transition a guy that has turned from wide receiver to running back. And let's be honest, he was their most effective running back this season. So they're going to have to target the free agency market as far as solidifying that secondary, because that secondary was weak. Pass rush was good. I mean, they were 10th in the top 10 in sacks this season. But that running back position, I think if they could transition Montgomery and maybe get a suitable running back in there other than a Christine Michael and solidify that secondary, this team could be something to compete with for the next 2 or 3 seasons as far as getting to a Super Bowl.
See, and to me, that's the most interesting aspect of the Packers this offseason is the running back spot. Eddie Lacy is such a toss-up right now with them. He's such like a hit, Yeah, we could sign him, give him another year, but at the same time, I don't think anyone in Packer Nation is going to bat an eye if they let go of the guy. I think right now, Christian Michael could be definitely a suitable tandem with somebody else, or he could be, second on the depth for sure. But right now, I don't know where they lean with the free agents because Bell's going to be locked up, in my opinion. He's the youngest of the backs on the free agent market. Next, for the 25-year-olds, we got Ronnie Hillman, Niall Davis, Stephon Taylor, and Latavius Murray. Murray might be an interesting aspect, but then again, he was kind of underwhelming with the top-rated O-line. So then you got the 26-year-olds, Benny Cunningham, Brandon Bolden, Lacey's one of them, Jaquiz Rogers, Jordan Todman, Michael's one of those, Denard Robinson, Rex Burkhead. Then you get up there to it's just, they're underwhelming. So that's the most interesting part. And I know the draft is filled with a lot of running backs, so I see the Packers trying to draft one as well. Maybe keeping Lacy for one more year to see how they develop that rookie back. But to me, that's the real question mark.
I think they should let Lacy go, develop Montgomery, and draft a running back, to be honest with you. I really do. Out of all the free agent running backs besides Bell that you mentioned, Montgomery had a better yards per carry average than all of those running backs. and he was a much better receiver, maybe outside of Shaquiz Rogers, running back out of all the running backs you just mentioned, Josh.
I mean, I just think that Christine Michael would have did a better job if he was getting some burn, because it's the same thing that happened when Starks and Lacey went down. They got Niles Davis from the Chiefs, and Niles Davis only had, I think, a couple of carries and just return yards. So then now they cut him. You get Christine Michael. Now Christine Michael has shown that he can run the ball. He did it with Seattle. He showed he can run the ball. You had
career backup.
I mean, the career backup, but more better than the fullback. The fullback was getting more carries than Christine Michael. I can understand Montgomery, what you say, how he developed, but the fullback is part of the reason why they were about to score, and he fumbles right there by the goal line, and Atlanta takes over. It's a fullback. Christine Michael is a running back, and the thing is, if you wanted somebody to go behind Montgomery, Christine Michael, like Josh was saying earlier, a tandem. It should have been Christine Michael and Montgomery, in my opinion. But
we should move on to the Steelers, right, guys?
Yeah. Well, let's move on to the Steelers. And, I know we got some Steelers fans watching. We got Corby, Christopher Poole, Reggie Brown, and I don't care. So I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something now that y'all want to call in. Y'all can always call. Y'all can call. Y'all can call if y'all want to. 718-313-5155. You can call. Now, the Steelers lost to the New England Patriots. We're talking about the Steelers who had 8 field goals against the Kansas City Chiefs, and I believe only scored 1 touchdown against the New England Patriots. Yeah, that team. Okay. Now, the score was 36-17. Now, now we have Big Ben, who's thinking about retirement. We have Le'Veon Bell, who's a free agent, and we have Antonio Brown, where some now in the organization are questioning his maturity. And I'm gonna say something right here, Fog. I don't care who posts this. I don't care who tagged me, who called me crazy. The Steelers should trade Le'Veon Bell. Trade him now for a first-round pick. Now. Don't back to the Steeler way.
Wow.
The Steeler way was, hey, I said it.
Jesus Christ. Did you hear what
I said it.
Wow.
I said it. I said that. And I'm going to tell you why. I said it. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to say that. I'm going to tell you why. Because here's the thing. We all talk about players. I know when it's the Dallas Cowboys.
Have a drink after this.
Hey, salud. Hey, listen. We always talk about plays. The Dallas Cowboys plays are all drug issue, like Randy Gregory. We drafting a guy and signing a guy for multi-dollars are two different things. The best player in the draft, supposedly, gets like the number 1 overall, could be the worst player in the draft by the way the player plays. Every draft pick is a crapshoot. Look at Tom Brady, a 6th-round pick. Look here, he's a Hall of Famer. All right? Number 1 quarterbacks or any player goes number 1 overall and just blah. So when we draft a guy like Randy, hold on 1 second. When we draft a guy like Randy Gregory with drug issues, it happens. But you're telling me the Steelers are going to do something the Steelers don't normally do, and that is we give money to a player who played 16 games one time of his career. He only had 2,000-yard seasons. What has he done? What has he done? What did he do last week? Oh, he was on the sidelines painting his toenails, getting his finger, just looking like this. Oh, look at the old man, D'Angelo Williams, getting busy for me. What has he done to get paid? If the Steelers could keep him for a cheaper amount as well. This man it should not be in line to be the highest paid running back in the NFL. Adrian Peterson at 55 years old is worth more than what we see in Le'Veon Bell's career. I said it. I don't care.
For a second, just to let you guys know, I just opened up the conference call.
Open it up. Open it up.
Debate. Say what your
chest. Open it up.
Say it with your chest. All right.
Open it up. Listen. Listen, I got my fuzzy right here. We can get on down. Call 718-313-5155. Call.
Listen. While Tim goes on a rampage, I'm gonna explain that this guy Le'Veon Bell had 1,800 scrimmage yards within those 12 games. He was averaging, what was it? Steve could give you the better stats. The 160 a game, is that around? Yeah. So what we're gonna do in Pitt is we're gonna sign Le'Veon long term, so nobody else in the league has the best running back in the NFL. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sign Lawrence Timmons. We're going to re-sign Le'Veon Bell. We're going to re-sign Jarvis Jones, James Harrison. And then what we're going to do, we're going to draft some cornerbacks because we need some D secondary in Pittsburgh. That's what's going to happen, Tim. No way in hell are they going to be trading Le'Veon Bell. And then I got to tell you, if they get rid of Roethlisberger, or not get rid, but if he decides to retire, we might possibly see just Landry Jones step up in the plate and see what we got.
Bobby Bell, what has he done?
What do you want them to get in return for Le'Veon Bell?
I don't see. You're killing me, Tim. You're killing me. Because on one hand, you're saying that the draft is a 50-50. It's a coin toss. But then on the other hand, you're saying trade Le'Veon Bell for draft picks.
Well, I can explain why. Go ahead. I can explain why I said that. I can explain why.
You're trading a guy who's been arguably one of the 3 best running backs in the NFL over the last 3 seasons. As far as so you're talking about getting rid of him, right? I would trade Antonio Brown before I trade Le'Veon Bell.
Oh no, trade him too. Him too.
Impact on the football field.
Him too.
He gotta go too. He gotta go. Frogman. Hey, bro. Listen, Frog. Listen. Here's the thing. I'm saying. Listen. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the classiest organization in the NFL next to the Dallas Cowboys. I said that. Okay, so now
the job is to win.
When I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers way, I'm talking about no nonsense guys. Le'Veon Bell has only played 16 games one season, and the rest was because of what? Immaturity, suspended. But this year,
so another 3 games off. Trade away a veteran player for 4 younger guys.
Wait, hold on, Josh. Here's the thing now. Let's go to Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown is, the best wide receiver in the NFL, or the second best to Odell Beckham Jr. I can say that. But here's the thing. Okay, you're immature. If you go back to the Pittsburgh Steelers way, they never had these issues. Their star players were always playing. Jerome Bettis ever get suspended? When Santonio Holmes was smoking marijuana that one time, what they do? Ship his ass to the New York Jets. So
yeah,
what are you dealing with?
His ass because he was a problem child to begin with. He was an issue to begin
with.
One time, he wasn't the best receiver on the team either. You got to look at what he was doing.
Who was Frogman? Come on, Frog. Who was? It was Santonio Holmes, and who was? Burris was gone. Hines Ward was the old man still there. Listen. Again, the Steelers' way is hardcore. Come back, Frog. We ain't going away, Frog. Come back. Where you going?
Just crashed his feet. Your crazy talk.
Sam, I just wanted you to explain to me what was your theory for the draft picks with Le'Veon, because you're talking about the maturity issue. You're getting rookies. Rookies are mature always.
Well, I'm not saying it's not about rookie, but here's my thing. They have a lot of issues. Their defense is no good. Okay, you have an old line back in Harrison. If they may be saying here 40 years old next year, you got Shazier, who is a best defensive player, can stay healthy. Okay, same goes for Timmons. Now they got a guy named Dupree who was drafted last year. He's in and out.
I would argue that Lawrence Timmons is their best defensive player. He's probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he's been in the longest.
He's better tackler. Right.
Oh, okay. So my thing is this: this secondary ain't the greatest. That guy Mike Williams their safety ain't the greatest.
Mike
Mitchell. Yeah. Right. So my thing is, you have a lot of holes. What you do is this: you see what Dallas did with Herschel Walker a long time ago. That one trade build up your team. What has Le'Veon Bell do to get paid like the top back? Been suspended 3 times already, appealing. Okay,
You know
he's
exactly
been
why,
injured.
Tim. It's the same reason that you post
Why?
a 2-minute warning every
All right, guys,
Monday,
gotta wrap it up.
every Monday morning throughout the season. Ezekiel Elliott's scrimmage yards. How you would
Wrap it
post
up.
that almost every week because it was something to gloat about, correct? It was one of the better stats to have in the league. That's what
Listen,
Le'Veon Bell gets, those yards from
But
scrimmage.
here's the thing. The thing is,
something to be precise.
All right, Tim.
oh, listen.
Tim, last word. Let's go.
I
Okay,
get your crap
if you
about the
go
game
back,
started.
all right, we're talking about Le'Veon Bell. Okay, had 2,000-yard seasons. 1361. Ooh, what's his highest? What's his highest?
Let
That
me
was
ask
the
you
moment
something when you're done here.
16 games. Wow. 2 times out of 4 years? What has he done? Oh, I know what it was because he's 6'2", 230 pounds, and nobody ever saw a big man
Let me ask you a couple
move the way he
questions
does.
before we
Come
finish
on.
up this
Make
down
it
real
quick,
quick.
Josh. Make it real quick.
Tim, what year did Des Bryant get his contract?
2 years ago.
And how many games did he miss?
He has missed in the first game, he missed 8, and he has missed 4 last year and 4 this year.
Isn't that kind of equivalent to Le'Veon's issue?
No, it's not. You know why? Because it's not. It's not. Because the thing is,
we're moving on, guys. We gotta go. We catch you guys in the next down.